When Errol Morris had trouble trying to figure out what has really happened, trying to figure out how things really are. Almost 15 years ago,
I believe in truth, determination, and compassion. If we wish to find the truth, then we must first find compassion for others. Throughout my life, I have learned that even if you disagree with someone, listening and understanding brings us closer to the truth. Too often, we misjudge or generalize people and ideas which seem foreign to us. By doing this, I think that you are failing to see the truth in that situation. Objective truth, above all else, is priceless, and determination is desperately needed to uncover the truth. I recently had these three ideas of truth, determination, and compassion reinstated into my mind when I talked on the phone with my friend last weekend. Now I'm going to leave the identity of this friend anonymous, but what you must know about him is that starting from a very young age, his parents had been instilling anti-vaccination beliefs into his head. Now I had known this about my friend for quite some time, but over the years I had always just avoided bringing it up out of resentment and the fact that I didn't feel completely equipped to argue with him. But just last week he mentioned something which I knew was false. It was a statement that my friend has been indoctrinated into believing by his mother. So now that I'm a bit older and more informed, I decided that I should talk to him. At first, when I heard his anti-vaccination remarks, I was immediately angered and began typing out a long, emotional, inflammatory text message to him about why his ideas were just outright stupid. I was very eager to immediately dismiss one of my best friends as being nothing more than an idiotic science denier. But then I stopped. I realized that this would only serve to further the divide between him and people who are pro-vaccination. I instead decided that I should call him up on the phone and have a conversation with him about the topic. As we began talking, I made the crucial decision to stop judging and start trying to understand where he was coming from. I began to realize that my friend wasn't trying to do anything evil or wrong. He had grown up his whole life being told these things, and he had simply accepted them as reality. I began to realize how hard it must be to hear people tell you that your own mother has been lying to you your whole life. And so, instead of being angry, I felt sorry for him. And so through this compassion, I was able to sympathize with my friend over the phone. Once he felt as though he wasn't being attacked for his beliefs, I was able to help my friend uncover the truth. We discussed the science of vaccinations, and I chatted with him about the myths his mother had been telling him about how vaccines give children autism and whatnot. In one claim against vaccinations at a time, I helped him find the truth using logic, facts, science, and empirical data. At the end of it all, he told me that pro-vaccination was in fact more logical, and he promised me that he would do more research into the science of vaccinations and form his own opinion so he could make an informed opinion. After I got off the phone with him, I honestly felt very good about myself, but it wasn't because I just proved him wrong or exposed him as an idiot. It was because I used compassion as a tool to help me talk to my friend about the truth and help change his views on a topic. Now, I could have just taken the easy way out and sent that aggressive text to my close friend, but instead, I used the third idea I've spoken about, which is determination. I saw this as an opportunity to do something profound and important. What it took for me was determination to achieve this goal. Determination is what made me go out of my comfort zone and have a serious conversation. So, in all, I believe that too often we as people tend to attack or dismiss things with generalizations and assumptions that we have initially made. Instead, we must look at what challenges our views and try to understand it. It is important to discuss, because often there's more to that person or idea than meets the eye. Only after we do this can we find the objective truth. This is what I learned about myself through the dialogue I had with my friend. Thank you.